are live.
Thank you, Colleen. Hello, everybody. This is another Saturday. It's February 20th, 2016. And we are doing a part 2 to Max Steele's show from last week because there were so many questions and he frickin' blew my mind. And so I have listened to his show, 5 hours of that, and I've re-listened to our show from last week. So there's 2 hours there. So I have a list of 18 questions of my own, which I'm sure will encompass some of y'all's questions. If not, you can type them in all caps in the in that thing I'm pointing to, in the chat room. I'm so wound up. I'm trying to unwind my... Slow down, Dolly. Okay, and I want you all to know I will not be taking questions from Anons. If you want to ask questions, you must be signed in with an ID, and then please put your questions in all caps so I see them or Colleen sees them. We welcome your questions, but really, folks, the Anons I'm talking to, you need to sign in with an ID. It's part of the rules. Okay. Now, I want to do the advertisement. Wolf Spirit is listener supported. Please, if you have some extra monies, use the donate button on the home page of Wolf Spirit Radio. And also, for $5 a month, you can have access to listen and or copy a shitload of archives that scan many years of programs and shows. The archived shows are also available free for a week after they've played the first time. So please feel free to go in and listen to those or copy them or whatever you want to do. But really, any monies you can donate would be a tremendous help. 'Cause poor little Colleen's machines are just giving out on her.
If you can say shitload of archives, you can say crapping out.
Okay, they're crapping out on her, and she needs some help with those. Okay, so... Max, I need to bring some people up to what... Let me give you a little background. Max's mission... Did I hit everything I need to hit, Colleen?
I think so. Everything else is in print on the site. So.
Oh, cool. Okay. And that's Colleen, the producer's voice you're hearing. Besides me, it's Colleen. So Max's mission, he says, is to bring peace, clean air, and clean water and to our planet and to increase oxygen levels on Earth. He's been a walk-in the body he's in since 1958. His comic name is Isaiah, and he's from he is the commander of a of a galaxy. Sorry, I didn't type that one out.
Galactic Commander.
There you go. He's a galactic commander of a galaxy. And they're in the 17th universe. And he's in the 21st dimension now. His race is called Eliam. Elium, I think is how you say it. And he is the king of his planet. And he said they arrived here about 3 months ago, so I'm thinking maybe November. And he said they have cleaned the waters around Fukushima. So, Max, I want to tell you, I like how you continue to say that we have the power to create and manifest how we want to live, and that we should dwell on love in order to conquer the dark forces who are trying to destroy us, because they can't exist in love. So, Max, unmute. How are you? You want to tell everybody about your little fall?
Who are you talking to, me?
Yeah, you, Max. You're
Well,
Max, right?
The little ball. I don't know about what the ball, but I was. I want to say that I got hurt pretty bad in Wednesday night after I did my show. I forgot I should have put the light in, and I didn't. I tripped over. When I was falling, my left eye and my temple hit the dresser, and then I cut open my right elbow. I needed stitches, and I just put ice right away, and I bled a lot on my elbow, and I actually was able to glue it back on and cover it up. I'm still.
So you didn't do stitches, you did glue?
No, I didn't do glue. I should have done glue. I was told to do glue, but I didn't do it that way. I did it the way that I was taught in the military, and that's the way I did it. It's glued again. Right now I don't have nothing on it. I just want to get some air in it. But as far as, the only thing, I've been sleeping a lot. It's making me sleepy because of the eye. And, my eye's partially closed. And, anyway, I wanted to say that I do have two people here with me, to be on the show, if you don't mind. The first one is my queen. She happens to be listening on the show. And, her name is Zelok, like I told you last week. And, I have another friend of mine here that his name is Alex Makatula. He lives here, used to live here with me. He lives down in Mount Airy, North Carolina. And he asked me for a favor. And he asked me if I could lend him a ship, a small craft that would help him do many things. And, if you want him to say anything about it, he's willing to come forward and say what he experienced with a UFO that I sent him to work with. And, he's here with me at my house right now. The other thing is that, you remember last week that someone asked me a question about the Black Knight satellite, and I didn't answer the question?
Yes.
Well, I know much more about it than, what the public knows about it.
Okay, let's get to that later.
Okay, we can go to that later.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it you want me to do now?
I want to start asking you some questions.
Okay.
If we have time, we can get to your friend, what's his name? Alex, too.
Yeah.
My first question is, you said your other brothers walk into the body you're occupying here on Earth when you go back to the ship. So how do I know for sure that I'm talking with the being who calls himself Max?
Well, it's Max.
Okay.
Well, the others their voice would change.
Oh, okay.
The voice
That
would
makes
be,
sense. Yeah.
deeper voices, and some of them are lighter. And my brothers don't always come and use this body when I go up. What mostly do is I go up to the ship with this body, and I stand right next to my original body, and I get, switch from this body to my original, and the spirit and soul that supposedly be in this body will be right next to this one and switch over to this one.
Oh, okay.
And because
All
wait a minute, the body that he's using is a clone body.
Oh.
Okay. And so it can live without a spirit and soul. A clone can, but not an original body. Go ahead.
Okay. Last week when the NSA called during the show, you said you signed a gag contract with them for 50 to 75 years. The contract you signed, was that with the NSA or was that with someone else?
No, that's what was Area 51, and it's part of the high command there. One for 50 years and one for 75.
Oh, so it wasn't with NASA?
No. It was with the U.S. Army. It's the Intelligence Division, and that's who I signed it with.
Oh, okay.
They don't give you too much information. They just tell you that you can't talk about it. It's secrecy, and you have to sign a gag order, one for 50, one for 75 years, which I signed both of them. But it's, I thought, I know I've broken both contracts.
Oops.
Yeah, and when you break the contract, what they do is they black flag your name. They black flag and red flag your name, and then they everything you do, you're being recorded all the time and traced and tracked. Everything you do, you're being tracked.
Wow. Hey, Max, we're concerned about your fall. Can you go to your ship and have your docs heal you up?
Oh, I'm already been healed. It's just the body's going to have to take a little bit of time to the swelling to go down, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm recuperating. I feel fine.
All right. Next question. Because your galaxy is so far, far away from Earth, how did you learn about Earth and why did you come here?
I learned about Earth from a lot of the studies while I was growing up and in my planet when I was a young child. And we learned about all the different universes and all the star systems and all the planets around it. And it's like a high school, like you're going grade through grades from middle school up.
Wow.
And all that's just studies of planets and universes and star systems from many, many places. And that's what we do. We study that. And the only one that caught me on attention when I was there is with Earth. Why Earth there's an information on Earth when I was reading it. The information is given us telepathic. And when we want to know about a planet, all we have to do is we go into our thoughts and look for, let's say, information for Earth. And all of a sudden, all the information pops in our mind. It's like looking into a computer and go Google search and search for whatever you want to look for. It's already programmed in our minds already.
That's nice. That's the way I'd like to learn.
Yeah.
Just zap it in there. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Okay, next question. Thank you for your answers so far, Max. So you learned about Earth like that. Did our God approve of you coming here to our planet and interfering with our God's plans?
I have been before I came to Earth. Our Supreme Master, who's our Creator,
okay,
is connected to your Creator.
Okay.
And they've been wanting to send someone here for a long time. And I was chosen for me to come to Earth by your Creator and my creators. They said it was the right thing to do, and for me to gather enough information and to make things work. I have the full authority from your Creator in mind to do what's necessary for me to make things change and do the right thing for the planet. I do have the authority to do that.
Well, why can't our God do it? I mean, why does he have to use an emissary? You in this case.
Well, it's just like, why do God send Archangel Michael and all his angels to Earth to help mankind here. It's the same thing.
Well, that's true, but they don't stop events from happening. Like you said, oh, that's another question, Max. Are we still in your ship?
Are we, you mean right now?
Yeah, is Earth still in your ship?
Yeah, yes it is. And it will be changing tomorrow.
Why?
Because the large ship, the biggest ship in our fleet arrived yesterday, and it's 55,000 miles wide. It's actually 30,000 miles wider than the one that Earth is in right now.
So tomorrow, what's going to happen with Earth?
Tomorrow, Earth will come out of the fear that's in right now, and come out, and we'll be observing from a distance, not very far distance, because this ship, even though it's a planet ship like this one, it's much faster than the one we got now. It's very fast.
So you say we're coming out tomorrow because we won't have any more fear?
No, the planet Earth is coming out of the fear because it's being replaced by a bigger one.
You just said we're coming out of the fear. What fear? What are we afraid of?
No. You're misunderstanding me.
Okay.
I'm not talking about FEAR. I'm talking about SPHE.
Oh, sphere. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't hear the S.
Yeah, sphere.
And I kept wondering, why are we afraid? What are we afraid of?
No, you're coming out of the sphere that you're in now and be replaced with the other one. But the other one's not going to go over Earth yet. It's going to keep an eye on a few things that needs to be kept eye, because there are some spacecraft, negative spacecraft approaching the Earth that will appear here in 2 days. And we're keeping an eye on it because it's hostile, and the Earth has a shield over it right now that not even this craft that's coming here in 2 days will be able to enter the Earth's atmosphere at all. It's completely shielded all over. The Andromeda Council put a shield over it, and no ship could either enter or leave unless some of the negative entities like the reptilians and the draconians and the mantis, they cannot enter or leave. Unless they want to leave, they can't not return. We will allow them to leave, and they cannot return. The cabal has asked for reinforcement from the outside because they are losing the battle here on the planet, and they're about to be extinct if they don't get this help they're trying to get. But
who's going to be extinct? The cabal?
The cabal is very close to disappearing completely from the Earth.
Now wait, who's the cabal? I forgot.
The cabal is the bad people, the Illuminatis, the Bilderbergs.
Oh, the people we never see but keep hearing about.
Yeah, you do see them. I see them sometimes.
Yeah, but they don't announce, hey, I'm a cabal person.
Yeah, of course not. They don't do
that.
Well, you got Bill Gates and the Bushes and the Clinton. They're all part of the cabal.
Yeah.
So you know them.
Yeah.
And McCain, he's part of the cabal.
Oh, I can believe that. I bet Kissinger is too.
Oh, Kissinger, that's another one right there. Mm-hmm. And they're right now like a dog has fear and is running away, and from fear, and because love is poking at their back door already.
Well, Max, we don't give a poop if the cabal disappears.
Why you say that?
Well, aren't they the bad people who are causing us all these troubles?
Yes.
Well, why can't they disappear?
Well, they are going to disappear. They're about.
But why are you protecting or helping them?
Oh no, I didn't say I helping them.
Oh, I thought you said that this other people's they're going to get help from other people, or they would disappear.
No. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
I certainly am.
Okay, they have a craft approaching Earth in 2 days.
Who's they?
They're Draconians.
Okay, and these are bad peoples.
They're bad people. They're connected to the cabal. They're part of the same thing, and they've asked for reinforcement.
Oh.
And they're heading this way, and there's no way, even if they tried to get into the Earth, because the Earth has a shield all the way around it, they can't get through.
Oh,
Okay.
Now it's making more sense.
Yeah, what the mothership that arrived for us, the planet mothership, the bigger one, this has millions and millions of warcrafts. Okay, there are fighters inside that ship.
Oh,
we're not people of violence. Those ships were put in our giant planet craft, and they were put there to fight these people if they start to get hostile. Okay, we brought reinforcements. We have 1,000 ships in space, and this is ready for war if we have to take them down. But we are not people of violence. We don't use those types of weapons to kill anyone. What we use is a special weapon that what we do is we shoot at the craft, and it will make the ship glow in a golden light. And then we send it to a universe that we have created, and we will put them in there, the whole craft, and they won't be able to get out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then there will be no bloodshed or nobody getting hurt, because we don't believe in that. I'm totally against the cabal. I don't want any part of it. They have tried many, many times to take me down and try to kill me a couple of times. And they haven't, because I'm very highly protected, even though I fell down 3 days ago.
Yeah, you poor thing.
Yeah, well, that was my fault for not paying attention to where I was walking into.
I guess they can't protect you from being crazy.
It's mostly protecting me from getting killed or something. But see, even though I fell down, I could have been hurt more. But I wasn't.
Well, yeah, if you hit your eye in the temple, yeah, you certainly could have been killed.
I could have had a concussion, and I didn't.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. Here's a question that Vanessa had submitted to me. When the Earth is in your ship, you said that it's cloaked. Your ship is cloaked, and we can see our stars and our universe stuff. But if we're inside the ship, that would mean that there is a structure, cloaked or not, between us and our universe. So how do we still have shadows?
Technology, honey. I can't explain that. I cannot explain that technology, because you wouldn't understand. Nobody on Earth will understand. It is a 21st dimension technology. It's like if you're, let's say, for example, my house or your house, and you put a protective shield around it, and you don't feel it, you don't see it. It's there, and everything that's around you is the same. It's like if nothing was there, and everything that the question is being asked is everything's normal, the same. You just don't see anything different about it. it's a technology.
Yeah, see, it's hard for us to understand that.
Yeah, it's hard for me to explain it too in third D, you know.
Right. Well, thank you for answering that. Here's one question by JP. He says, can you talk about your ship that is neurally connected to you?
You mean my ship?
Whatever ship is neurally connected to you. He says your ship.
Right now there are many ships connected to me.
Oh.
I've gathered in my lifetime.
You're gathered?
Yeah, well, for example, I can go into it just a little bit. I can't say the country because I'm going to go there pretty soon. But anyway.
Oh, well, you were at some country then. Here on Earth?
I was in this country here on Earth.
Oh, okay.
And, we're going to gather a special rocket, very secret stuff and can't talk about it, when I was there, I felt this sensation of a craft trying to communicate. So, I told my unit that was with me, and I said, we need to go 2 clicks this way. And they said, no, we got to continue on. I said, don't worry, I got plenty of time. So we went and we found this old hangar, and it had trees all around it. Barely, you couldn't even get into the doors because trees had grown around it. So we cut a few trees and finally were able to enter the area and went inside, and we saw some steps going down. There was a bunker there. We didn't find anything in the bunker. And then we came back up, and then I kept hearing this sound coming from the other side of the wall. And when I went to the other side of the wall, there was 3 UFO craft sitting there.
Wow.
Two were Price Island ships, and one was I'm not allowed to talk about that one, but anyway, my people just told me don't talk about that one. So I got into the Procyon ship like I did in S4, and I got into the ship and start to talk to it and do the things I usually do. And the ship says, we are at your disposition, Commander. And I said, I will give you your order in just a few minutes. So I went into this, the second one was the same ship as the one I went into. And the third one was a little smaller. It was a 3-man craft. And, that craft is, I have those craft. When I got outside, I told all the crafts to, come out of the building to show themselves in front of me outside. They did. And I sent each one of them to different locations in the planet for them to stay there. So I did send them to 3 different locations. I have 12 ships that belong to other entities that are in my possession. And I have them in 12 different locations on the planet. Some are underwater, some are underground, and they're in different locations. And the small one that holds 3 people actually is over here, not too far from here. That's actually helping my friend Alex. He asked for help, and I sent that ship to help him. And when you're ready for him to come in here, he'll explain what that ship has been doing for him.
Okay, but JP would like to know, would like you to talk about the ship, well, the ship that's most connected to you, maybe is a way I can put it.
Okay. Well, the planet mothership.
How are you neurally connected? Maybe that's his question.
Okay. I'm connected by my DNA, and also connected because of who I am and what I represent. My planet is the leader, and also as a galactic commander in that area. My brothers don't go into this kind of stuff. I do. I'm more like a warrior. I've been training that in my planet. Any commander that's praised as a commander, they're connected directly with that craft, and as a commander, not just as commander, but there is I know what he wants to know, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say it because well, let me ask my people, see if I can allow to say it.
So when you say you're connected by DNA, is that Earth body DNA or is that your galaxy planet DNA stuff?
It's actually the DNA from where I come from.
Oh, okay.
The ship has a connection. It's what you call, and it's hard to it's hard to answer that question because the answer is not even in the vocabulary for me to answer. I just can't find the words, but it's like my blood runs through the ship as the blood of the ship runs through mine. That's the closest way I can explain it and put it.
Well, that's pretty good.
It's an energy that connects me to the ship.
So even when you're in your walk-in body, you still have that connection.
I sure do.
Wow. Okie doke. I have a question. How did he get possession of the 12 ships? Permission, borrowed, leased? That's from Vanessa.
Vanessa's a great gal. No, I stole them.
You stole it?
I'm being honest.
Max.
Well, you could say I borrow if you want to. Well, the people that had them, they weren't paying attention to it.
And it just disappeared from their realm then.
It just disappeared from where they had them.
Are they coming after you? Are they going to chase you down?
They would have done it years ago, because this happened over 25 years ago, and I'm still here.
That reminds me, you say that your children are not with you for the first 100 years of their life because they're being trained.
That's right.
How do you know when 100 years is over if you don't have a time in where you are?
Great question. We just know. It's just a feeling. It's a thought. It could be many things.
And how do you know how old you are if there's no time?
Well, I do know my age.
How do you know that?
Because I do. It's got to do with feeling. The feeling of your own body. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It's a feeling of our own body and how we are. I can give you that my age is 732 years old. We do live and we do live 10,000 years, and we don't lose our bodies. We go 10,000 years, and then we go through another 10,000 years. We do that 10 times in a row.
In different bodies?
And then, the same body goes, see, our bodies don't age at all.
So why would you have the division of 10,000 years if you're in the same body?
Because what we're doing is we're learning. We go through a learning period of the first 50,000 years, and then we ascend when we go into the. I'm right now going through my 7th 10,000 years.
But you just said you're 730.
That's the age that I can give you for you to understand my age here on Earth. I cannot explain to you my age from where I come from because it does not exist.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving you an answer so you can understand. I cannot give you the precise answer from where I come from because there aren't any, and there's no way I can explain it to you. Okay. Because I don't have a word or a vocabulary to put into Earth term because it does not exist.
Oh, okay.
Because of the dimension that we come from.
It's mind-boggling. When we talk time, it's just mind-boggling to me.
Exactly. That's what it is. It's hard to explain a lot of times and answer the questions that the Earth wants us to answer because there are no, we don't talk with words. We speak with telepathic, but with symbols. And my symbols, from my understanding and knowledge of my planet, here on Earth is completely different because, there are some words that I can't say and explain, but most of them are not available because I receive the message in symbols and then I have to receive it into a vibration, a frequency, and then a sound. And it has to go through many ways for me to, it's like a computer trying to analyze a problem. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. That would be difficult, yeah. Well, here's another question from True Magic. She wants to know, is there duality on all dimensions?
Duality.
I don't know what that means. Dottie, can you please explain what you mean by duality? Please. Now, it's going to take a few minutes because we have that delay, Max. But she'll hear it and then she'll type in her answer there. So let's go on to another thing here. Colleen was wondering, with all the talk about NSA, FBI, and such calling you, it makes her wonder if it's real. He's not the only one talking about a lot of this, so why would they be Skyping you and calling you while you're on the air? Might be a good thing to have him answer the call and let us hear if he wants to prove it. For example, when they call you, answer him, say, "Hello, NASA, you are live on the air." Yeah, that'd be great. Can you do that if they call you?
Well, I'll try to. They do call.
Oh, that's cool. That'd be fun. Hey, NASA, you're live on the air, baby cakes. Oh, my gosh. Duality, right, wrong, good, bad. That's what she means by duality.
Good and bad?
Yeah, right versus wrong, good versus bad, that kind of duality stuff.
Or positive or negative?
Yeah.
Okay.
Opposites.
Okay, so now say the question all over so.
Okay.
Now that I know what it means.
I got another question there, hold on. Okay. Is there duality on all dimensions?
Not all of them. In my dimension, there's not. It's mostly about love, but there are duality, and for example, the constellation Orion does have positive and negative beings that they do fight against each other, and some they are and some they're not. That's the answer.
Okay, Time is asking, Thank you for answering that. Time is asking, are the symbols of Max's language online anywhere, please?
No, but I will give you one that I don't know if you got my message I sent you. The symbol of love in the universe is a V, is the letter V.
Oh yeah, I did
as
see
a
that.
Victor.
Uh-huh.
And right at the very end of each V, at the end of the V, there's a circle, one circle on each end of the V, and that represents love. And the center at the bottom it means unity between two races and the unity of love. That's what that means. And JP drew it last night, and we were in a show last night. I think it was last night or the night before. But anyway, he explained what it meant. And JP hit it on the nose. I mean, JP's mind is so incredible. It's amazing. It's amazing.
So let me explain to them. If you draw the letter V, and at where the lines start that go down to make the V, if you draw circles, that's exactly what it looks like. So there's circles at the beginning of each of the down lines.
And they're not connected. They're not connected to the...
Yeah, the circles are not connected to the down lines. Right.
They're a little bit separated. That's a symbol of love in the universe.
Okay, I had another question here. Oh no. She was wanting to know if there was anywhere, Time was wanting to know about your language, if she could see it anywhere. And that's what got us on the V thing. Okay.
No, there's no way to, I know my language and I know the symbols, what each one of them means. No, there's nothing online or anywhere in this planet that shows the meanings or any of these symbols.
Do you have any other people besides you from your planet that are here on this planet?
Yes, there are many here. There's Zelok, my queen, she's here. I have a daughter that was here staying with me. She's no longer here with me. She went on her own journey. And I have two elders. They live in Arkansas. They're happen to be partners. They came to Earth together at the same time, and they've been on Earth for 76 years.
Wow.
They got here before I did. And there are probably about 58 of us here on Earth, and all over the planet,
scattered around. Wow.
Yeah, there's some in Australia, and some are in Russia, India. Some are in London. In United States and Canada. And that's about it. But there's 58 of us here total.
That brings up where I had another question. Hold on. Let me find it. Oh yeah. You said you walked in 1958 into the body you're currently in. Yes. That you also said that you had transported the Roswell alien bodies around the U.S. in a truck or trucks. And that happened in 1947.
Correct.
So how did you, if you didn't come here until 58, how did you do that in 47?
I didn't do that in 47. I had moved them when I was in Area 51 as a tractor-trailer driver. Mm-hmm. And I was moving that to another location. And that happened in 1975 when I moved them to another secret location that I was
So
sent
the
to.
bodies are they're still around?
Of course they are.
Why?
I didn't ask that question. They just do.
Oh, see, I ask silly questions. But
No, you're not asking silly questions.
Huh.
They take them and they study them in different locations. They do not all of them get moved around. Only one gets moved around.
Oh.
Yeah, they're all kept right now in Wrights-Patterson Air Force Base.
Huh.
That's where they're at now. All of them.
I kind of figured that if they were, that would be where they are. Thank you for answering that. Another question from Time. Max, are your people what we call sentient, or is artificial intelligence involved?
None of that.
What's no?
We're not artificial intelligence. We are intelligence.
Okay. So then you're what would be called sentient?
No. It's not called sentient either.
Well, what is it?
Again, it's hard to explain again. We are in energy form. When we are in our planet, we're in energy form.
Uh-huh.
And when we are in a different dimension, we take a body form.
But you think on your own. You're not told what to think or guided or programmed or.
None of that. We're on our own.
Wow. Very interesting. Let's see. Let me read some more of these. Oh yeah. You said your planet has diamond domes that you live in. Those domes, does each city have a dome, or is your whole planet covered in a dome? How are these domes worked there?
Well, while I was away for the longest time, the city was completely domed because of the cold weathers outside. Minus 352 Celsius.
Yeah.
That's very cold. And I went back to my own city where I was. It's the first time I had been there in over, I would say 50 years. And when I went back, I was heading back in a mothercraft. And when I was getting near it, I says, what happened to the city? The city was my planet was not frozen anymore. It looked like a paradise very similar to Earth. And I asked, why did it change? He says, because we have been picking up your transmission from your mind and how you experienced Earth as you were growing in Earth. And we have been reprogramming the planet to make it look like Earth with its beauty. And when I got there, I was able to walk on the beautiful grounds and saw waterfalls, and we didn't have any of that.
Oh,
and
wow.
The planet changed completely. They reprogrammed it and made it the way that I kept saying I want my planet to be like this. And they picked up on it, and so they made the planet the way I see Earth.
So your planet wasn't okay the way it was before, in your opinion?
It was fine. I liked it the way it was. But, it was time to change. We can change our planets to whatever we want it to look. And it takes about, if you're going to put it into Earth terms, it would take about 17 Earth days to change the planet to whatever you want it to be changed to. Now, the mountains surrounding that was there, they stayed there. But the mountains are all full of diamonds. Everything in that planet is diamond. The ground is diamond. The roads are rocky. They're diamond. But since we do not drive on the roads, we can teleport ourselves to any part of the city that we want in about less than a second. And that's how we do get around. We do have some small crafts that fly. People still entitled to fly in them.
Wow. So because it's all diamonds, I'm thinking, you'd get cut up, but your bodies are energy, so you wouldn't get cut from the diamonds?
No. It doesn't work like that.
Okay. All right.
I'm just telling you, instead of saying that our mountains are rocky and dirt and all that, I'm just telling you that our mountains are diamond because there are diamonds. I just needed to put it in a term so you can understand.
Right.
And by the way, these diamonds are very, if you brought them to Earth, you'd be a billionaire in no time with a big handful of them.
So did they create a new Earth?
No, they create my planet to make it look like Earth.
So we couldn't just go over there and live on your planet.
No, you have to go through a series of changes in your body. We have to convert your body to different dimensions, like going from first grade to 21st grade.
Yeah, I understand.
You're in the third dimension. We have to put your body through a fourth dimension, and to that vibration. Each dimension has a vibration. Fourth dimension, fifth dimension, and up has a vibration. And your body has to go through each of those dimensions, vibration, in order to be in the 21st and be there with us. I wanted to explain something that people need to understand is you hear a lot of human people that have had encounters with other entities from different planets.
Yeah.
And they say that they have been on the ship and they've taken them to another dimension and they've been on the ship and they've traveled with them in some places. That information is incorrect. There's no way a human being can get into a ship that's coming from the fifth dimension or the seventh for them to get on there, because the vibration inside the ship is the same dimension where these people come from. And the third dimension vibration, it just can't handle a fourth or fifth dimension vibration inside a craft. What they're saying is, they experience that they're on the ship and taken here. What is being done is that, when they do make a fifth dimension being makes communication with a third dimensional being, what happens is that whatever that being of light of the fifth dimension wants of this third dimensional being, sometimes what they do is they send an energy to them where it freezes their bodies, where it won't be moved at all. And then they will program in their mind, like if they're actually traveling in real time. But it's not possible for them to enter a fifth dimensional craft just because you're being told that you're going to get into it. Now, now, for example, Alex Collier has been going in and out of those crafts. And what he has been going is through the vibration of each dimension where his body has been prepared to enter a fifth dimensional craft. Now he can't do this because he has gone through the preparation of third, fourth, and fifth dimension. So if a craft, he's ready for that because he's been through that. That's the only way you can travel in those dimensions with these people actually in real time. Okay, you just can't go into a ship and take off. It doesn't work like that. You have to. Go ahead.
So then the people who say that they've been taken aboard a ship and their bodies have been experimented on, that can't happen?
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is that from, let's say a first time. Mm-hmm. For example, Tolek says that he went out to the desert and he met with a craft. Yes, he did this. Okay. While he was being communicated, not just to go out to the desert to meet with him, while he was at home sleeping, they were taking him without either, maybe he knows that he was being taken, or maybe he didn't. But while he was being taken, for a certain period of time to, help him, his body that he's using, a third dimensional body that he's using, while he was asleep, he will be taken into the craft and put in a capsule, and in that capsule they will program his body, his DNA, to accept a higher dimension wherever he goes. So in other words, when Tolek was out in the desert and met this craft and that he boarded that craft, that means that his DNA and his vibration in his body was already prepared and ready to do this. But for the first time contact like that, it does not work like that. It has to work the way I said it.
So that makes me wonder, if people from Earth who have made the flying spaceships, if they are working in conjunction with these other alien beings who want to experiment on the Earth people, could the Earth people who have made this, replicated the spaceships, could they be pulling these people onto those spaceships and then the aliens come in and experiment on the bodies?
Yeah, the negative being can do that, but if that human body is protected and prepared, they can't take these people. They just take harmless people that they're not aware of the things that we know. Those are much easier to take.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Well, we're coming up on the top of the hour and we need to do a break. When we come back, we have another question from Time. No. Where's the question? Yeah, it is from Time. And then after we address that, maybe we can bring in your friend Alex.
Okay.
All righty. So, Colleen.
Yes?
Can we do a little break here?
We sure. Alrighty, we are back. Maybe.
Hi there.
Hi.
I see that Max went in and answered Dottie's question about, Max, can you sense an alien soul in human body? You answered that, right, Max?
I did.
Okay.
What did he say?
What did I say?
Yeah.
I said yes, that I can build an alien inside a human body. Yes, I can.
Okay.
And in fact, I was in a show yesterday, and I did see that in someone that was in the chat room. I mean, with us in the panel, and I saw that being inside that person. And another show, but I didn't want to go into it.
I see you.
You can't hide from me.
Yeah.
Time asked another question I'd like to address. Can you manifest your etheric body at any given time, and may we see it, please? Well, how are you going to see it, Time? He's on the radio. And maybe...
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I can do it. Hold on.
You can?
Yeah, wait a minute.
He's going to do it to get your eyes open.
It all depends on this person's beliefs and the energy that's around that person of faith. Of faith.
Time to not have the faith that you're going to see him.
Okay, hold on. It's time that wants to see me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna try to do it right now. Just hang on. In fact, I'm gonna see if I can do multiple here at the same time here, to different people here in the chat. I can multiply myself into different images at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Up to maybe 50.
Well, include me then, please.
Well, I'm going to try to do all of you on the chat room here at one time. It's not going to be easy because I do, my left eye hurts and that might throw me off a little bit, but I will try. I'm going to try right now. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to take one deep breath. If everyone can do the same thing, take a deep breath and exhale it, and just make that last exhale as long as you can. Just relax, everyone. I'm going to project myself to all of you how I truly look like.
Are you done?
Almost. Being projected all over, not just to everyone here. It's being projected all over the planet right now at the same time.
Should I look outside?
No, it's not outside. It'll be in front of you.
I don't see it.
You don't see
I
it?
believe.
You don't feel anything?
I feel.
You do feel something.
Yeah.
What do you feel?
Energy stirring around my body.
We need to give it a little more time. It's not like you turn on the switch and the light. Okay, I want everyone out there to repeat this frequency. Say, I deactivate 15.1515. I deactivate. Say that out loud.
I deactivate 15.15.
15.
I deactivate 15.1515.
And say it one more time. I deactivate.
I deactivate 15.1515.
Okay, stop right there. Now, I want you to all say this. I want to activate 18.1818. I activate.
I activate 18.1818. I activate 18.1818. I activate 18.
That's it. They only say it once, Dolly.
Oh, I thought you wanted 3 times.
Well, not really, just once.
Okay.
All I wanted you to say is I activate 18.1818 and I activate, and that's it. Okay. Anybody out there in the chat room, did you feel anything happening to yourself? Anything inside your body that you felt different? You go in right here on the chat room if you felt something. I don't think all of you are going to be able to see me the way I look. There's different preparation in life that you have to go through in order to see us. I'm getting Skype messages that some of them have
Colleen felt warmth. I felt the energies around me stirring. And I'm psychic. I was hoping I'd see. I mean, I believed I was going to see.
Okay.
I do feel the energies. My ears want to pop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm getting people here on my Skype. My friend Lucy, I know you can hear me. You said me too, Max. Okay, what do you mean by that?
People are feeling warmth. Joyce felt the same thing I did. Must have been a popping in the ears. Or wanting to pop. They didn't pop, they wanted to. Kind of that feeling.
Yeah. And I'm getting this radio station that's listening to our program. It's called theprogramradio.com. They sent me a message, and he says that I sound just like somebody he knows.
Do you know him?
Well, I met him today, but
okay.
the person he's mentioning, I don't know if you heard his name. His name is, well, I forget his first name. I don't know if it's Jerry Wales or somebody like that.
Oh, no, I don't know that one.
Okay.
Joyce says no, she felt the energies like I did. The energies are vibrating around, moving around, swirling around.
Yeah, I guess you have to. Yeah, my friend Lucy from Florida, from Orlando, Florida, told me, I feel the warm all around my body. Yeah, that's what she's saying.
What are those numbers, Max? 15, 15, 15, and 18. Yes, those are the numbers.
Okay, if you add the 15 is 5 and 1 is 6, and you got 6, 6, 6.
Oh my gosh!
What I'm doing is releasing that negative energy that's in each one of you inside to remove the program that you have all been so deeply involved without knowing about it. And the 1818 is it's 999. It's not nothing to do with the 666. It's actually 9-dimensional frequencies that's being put to remove the 666. And every time I do that, it makes people release a lot of negative stuff from their bodies. And that's what it does.
Oh,
nice. It's got nothing to do with the 666 you're releasing. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that was my friend Lucy here sent. I'm not going to say the amount, but she sent a beautiful donation to Wolf Radios.
Oh, wonderful!
And it's quite high, so. I'm not going to mention how much it is, but it's a nice. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you for donating.
Thank you very much, Lucy.
Yeah.
Thank you. JP, I expect some of that to go to Colleen too.
It doesn't matter where it goes. I'm sure it'll go to a good place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sent with that in mind, yes.
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 We all.
What a blessing. Thank you so much, Lucy.
Thank you, Lucy. I love you, honey, and I know you always back me up in many things, and I love you for being here always and following all my shows that I do. And I thank you so much from my heart to yours. You notice I didn't say the bottom of my heart. That's the bottom of my heart's a small piece in the heart. I send the whole heart.
Okay. Well, that was.
Maybe you didn't see my body, but you did feel my energy.
Yeah, I still have that going around.
Lucy says, "You're welcome. My pleasure to help Wolf Bear Radio."
Oh, bless your heart.
Thank you, Lucy.
Yeah. Phew. Okay, I got one more question, and then we'll bring your Alex in.
Get ready, Alex.
Regarding the spaceships with their own minds, who is their creator? What is their mission? And why are there video cameras in them? Who monitors the video cameras and why?
You mean where? Repeat that one more time.
Okay. Last week you said that there are spaceships with their own minds. They don't have people flying them around, that they are their own entity, their own being. And I'm wondering, who is their creator? Who created these ships that are their own entity? What is their mission? And why are there video cameras in them? Who is monitoring the video cameras and why?
Okay, some of these spacecraft are being sent from different locations. Some are positive and some are negative. A lot of the negative ships are being sent to Earth to monitor humans. They sent these small little orbs, about 4 to 5 inches in diameter and different colors. These are actually little drones from the actual spacecraft, and it monitors humans. It really it knows where to follow certain individuals, like, for example, people that are in violence. They're very negative and they hurt other beings. And so, they, that's my doorbell. I have an alarm.
Wow.
Oh, okay, never mind. The other thing is, these beings that are negative have their own creator. They don't have the same creator like God that we have here for Earth. Mm-hmm. The negative don't have God. They have their own creator, and their creator is about the same thing that they are, very negative. And they do have their own creator, and they're sent out to do harm to and violence to the people of Earth. And the good ones the positive are people there are beings that sent to watch the negative while the negative watches the positive. It kind of works that way.
So they're spying on each other and everybody else.
Exactly.
I'm so tired of people spying on us. Max, I am really sick to death of all these frickin' people who we call aliens, the other beings from off planet Earth, who come here and they're supposedly trying to change us, to take over us, to rule us, to hurt us, to kill us, to use us.
To eat us.
Yeah, to eat us. I am so sick of all that, Max.
Man, I know you're sick of it. I am also. That's why sometimes my people break the rules. We just don't like to see for anyone on the earth to be mistreated or taken against their will or be eaten. We just don't like to see that. Sometimes they do this. I have been in that situation myself. I've been captured. And we can do that another time, but I don't want to go into it. It's a little long. Uh-huh. But I was captured. I didn't even know I was there. I believe that I was taken from Area 51 and taken into without my knowing how, because I was sleeping when I went in there, and I woke up somewhere else. I woke up in a cage underground with over about 1,000 other people in there in cages individually.
But I thought you were protected.
I am protected.
How'd they do that?
Well, because I was sleeping, and you got to understand that a lot of the stuff that I go through in life here on Earth, I had to go through that. And I always have a way of getting out of it. It's just an experience that I have to go through. I know some of the experiences I go through, they're really harsh, and they're really where I should be protected not to go through that. But I chose to do this. I chose to experience all these different types of tortures, and I wanted to feel what Earth humans in that area was going through. I needed to feel why they were hurting this way. I needed to feel the experience of what they were going through so I can understand better what the humans on Earth were going through and different types of torture and different types of feeling. I know that's kind of crazy what I'm saying, but I had to go through that. I wanted to.
Wow.
And I had to experience it so I can understand why they were doing this.
Yeah, to me that's crazy. I wouldn't do that.
Well, I had to. It was part of my teaching.
Yeah.
A lot of the teaching that we get in our planet, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't exist. But some of them that are reality, I have to go through it.
Wow. So how'd you get out of that cage, Max?
Well, they had I had this on my left arm. There was a square box, a black box, that any time that we thought about escaping, it would shock us. It would shock me really hard, and it will make me, I cannot mobilize my body. It will be like knocked out for maybe 10, 15 seconds every time I thought about escaping. So, when I was put into, when I was being trained in the Special Forces, I was being trained also in mind control. And I learned how mind control worked while they were trying to put me under. And I pretended that I was under. And they never could out that I was under. And I was able to, then I thought about that for a moment. What I did is I split my mind into two areas, where the thought of the little black box that was my left arm was in one side of my head, my brain. So what I did is I divided my brain into two and left my thinking away from that area where that machine was monitoring my left arm. So what I did, I start to use my other side of my mind to how to get out. And I used my abilities, and I asked my protector to help me with this. And they opened the cage is open with a type of electricity like electromagnetic, like they use now in offices, and where you hit a button and then demagnetizes the door so you can open it. That's the way that door was. I was able to get out, and before I got out, I waited to see what kind of alien we were expecting to see, and there were 8 foot tall, 7 to 8 foot tall reptilians that were in that cave with us. So I kind of opened my eyes opened my eye halfway, and I looked at and counted how long before they would come in and go out, and they did that. I did that 3 times in a row, and it timed exactly how they came into the cave, and hot clothes that came through the wall, by the doorway. And what I did is I got out of that cage, and I waited until they came through the door. It was one at a time. So what I did is I jumped behind them and grabbed them from the back, and I was able to snap his neck, and I killed that one. And then I took his weapon, and I saw how they opened the cage, and I was able to open a couple other soldiers that were in there, and there were children, 6 to 8 years old, boys and little girls, and other soldiers. There were Canadian soldiers, there were Australian soldiers, Americans from almost every branch, and we timed it. Every time that one came in, we would jump at them and snap their necks. And we would take their weapons, and we did that for a period of 2-3 hours. And when they noticed that they were coming in but not coming out, they stormed the entrance of that cave. And we had all the weapons, so we had an exchange of fire between us and them. And we ended up killing approximately over 200 of them. And there was a man in there that was a cave person, engineer, and he was able to show us the way out of that cave. And we freed everybody in there. And we went outside, and after about an hour or so of being outside, there was a couple that were coming out after us. We exchanged fire, and we killed all of them in there.
So you do kill people, hurt people.
Well, I hurt in this body. I hurt in this body that I'm using.
No,
No, listen.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, when I came down to earth, I had the free will to do whatever I wanted to do. And I chose to go into military and chose to do what I had to do. Okay, I did kill these beings because these beings were going to eat us. Do you understand? We were there to be eaten. So that's why we killed them. I guess you would do the same thing if you were in my position.
Sure, I would.
Of course. Now,
but I thought that you didn't do that. But
I don't do that in my own body. In my own body, we don't do that. But in this body, I can do it because I had to defend myself. I was going to allow them to eat us. You understand?
Yeah. So in your other body, in your real body, you don't do that, but in this body, you do.
Exactly.
I can understand that.
Yeah. I had to do it. I had no choice.
Yeah. Well, that leads me to Puppy Snow's question. Is Max subjected to karma while here?
No.
No?
No.
Pretty cool. Okay, so let me check this list one more time. And then we shall bring in Alex.
Okay. Wait a minute, Alex. One more question, I think.
Why do all those other beings want the planet Earth? Why do they want to eat us and kill us and control us? What is the deal with Earth that attracts so much of this stuff?
Because we, by getting rid of us, they can get to the resources that this planet has that they need. And if we don't, if there are too many of us, we will protect our planet, and no matter what kind of resources we have. As soon as they eliminate us and they eat it, whatever they're going to do, they would take control of the planet and do what they wish with it, all the resources that's here. See, a lot of the resources that are here that don't mean nothing to us, it means something to them somewhere else, and they get highly good pay for that. So whatever resources, it's for resources only.
Nice.
To take control of this planet.
Well, I think I have kind of an answer for you when you ask why do people hurt each other here.
Okay.
It's because either they're trying to protect themselves or their loved ones or those that they're protecting, or they're just damn selfish, ignorant people who want to take over. They want their own way, so in order to do it, they have to kill people. That's the way I look at it.
Okay, well, that's pretty close. But we still don't accept it.
Well, I don't either, but it happens.
Exactly.
Okay, you want to tell us what Alex is going to explain to us again, because it's been a while since we discussed that at the beginning, and introduce him to us. And
got you in here on your Skype. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me get. Hold on a second. Alex, come over here. I'm gonna take the microphone off so you can hear. I can hear, and he can. Come over here. Just tell him what you asked me and what I did for you.
Okay, could you guys hear me? Okay.
Can you hear him?
Hello?
he's far, far away.
Okay, how about now?
What about now?
Oh, that's better.
Is it echoing? Is it fine?
I echo, but you're not.
Okay. Basically, I asked Max if I could borrow one of his ships because I like experimenting with energy a lot. I'm into what they call radionics, but well, anyway.
Alex, before you go any further, are you an Earth person or are you an alien?
Oh, I'm here. I'm an Earth person.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So basically, he had lent me the ship, and I could feel energy a lot. I'm very extremely sensitive. Like if I were to be on a river and you throw a rock into the water, I could feel the waves of the water. I could feel the ripples, so I'm very extremely sensitive to that degree. And when he had sent the ship to me, he connected it to my crown chakra, and he linked it up so I could have a telepathic connection to it, so that I could give it instructions. And so anyway, I was very excited because I could feel it connected to me. And like one of the things I had done is experiment with like some crystals I had that needed to be cleared, and I told the ship to energize some of my quartz crystals that needed to be cleared. And I couldn't believe how instant it was. The vibration of the crystal just got zapped so fast that my whole house, like the whole section where the crystals are, started to feel different. So then I'm thinking to myself, what else could I do with this ship? And then I remember with radionics, we work with the pictures a lot, or just pictures. And I had a friend in California that I wanted to that he's also energy sensitive as well. And I told him, hey, you won't believe this, but my friend Max allowed me to borrow a ship, and he's into UFOs and all that stuff, and into ley lines and vortexes, like in Sedona. So he was like, you want to do an experiment? I told him, and he goes, sure. I go, well, send me a picture of your RV, his little motorhome, and he sent me a picture of it. And he sent a picture of it through via text messaging. and I could look at the picture and I could feel energy. I could sense energy off of a photograph or a digital picture. And I told him to go inside of it, and then I'll have that ship go above him and do whatever you want. And he told me, actually, I have like my ribs. My ribs have been hurting for quite a while. He told me, and I said, well, let me see what I could do with that. So I telepathically called the ship, and I gave it instructions to work on his ribs where he is having pain on to the best abilities that could be done. And so I told my friend that it's working on it right now. However, I got a message back saying that he should turn off his cell phone for half an hour. And so I told him that, and he turned off his cell phone. And then exactly after 30 minutes, he called me back. He goes, hey, I noticed that it relieved my pain on my ribs. I go, oh, really? That's interesting. And then I think about, I don't know how many hours later, but like maybe 9 hours later, he told me that the pain has even reduced significantly. And the next day, he told me that the pain was gone, like totally gone, because he had this pain on his ribs for about several days, and he can't believe. He was really amazed that the pain just disappeared. He even tried to promote the pain by rubbing his ribs against something to see if he could conjure more pain, but no pain. And I was like really astonished by that. And another experiment I did was with my cousin in California as well. He had his backyard. I wanted to take a picture of his backyard to see what kind of energy was on there. So he sent me another text messages with pictures attached, and I told him that your backyard has lots of feels like radiation to me. And so anyway, I told the ship to work on his backyard, and then I think about maybe minutes or half an hour later, he went outside and he told me that everything, it feels like he's really alive and that everything looks better than three-dimensional. He said it just felt so great to be out there, that the energy was so good. And he told me, you should come and visit and check out what it did. I go, I don't know, I can't fly it right now, I'm working. But he was really amazed that this ship and its capabilities it's really advanced and it's really fast, and you give it precise instructions and it could do, I haven't even discovered its full potential yet, to be honest with you, but it does things really quick, and it could do more than what I know of so far, but I'm going to see I'm going to further experiment with it, and I have to really thank Max for allowing me to use this craft that he got from, well, I can't say, but
so you weren't actually inside the ship. You were just, your mind was telepathically connected to the ship.
That is correct.
Wow.
And I know you see, one thing about people, they think that everything is kind of like BS and fake, but if you could feel energy, if you start working on yourself and start, clearing out your blockages, you could feel things, you'd be able to know if things are real or not. A lot of people think that he's lying because they can't feel energy, and that's what's wrong with people nowadays. They can't feel energy, so they can't validate anything. They need proof all the time. That's the big problem. So I have the sensitivity that I gained that I through my own healing, and I'm able to do things that I could not imagine by meeting Max and having him do stuff for me. Oh yeah, and he also, when I lived in Naples, Florida, he actually there's this place in Marco Island in Florida where there's a really relaxing energy. It's like a little vortex or / portal, and when you go in there, when I go there, it's kind of I walk towards the energy.
Oh, I lost you.
Oh, can you hear me?
What happened?
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, where'd you go?
Oh well, I think he just plugged something into the computer. Just accidentally, yeah. But okay, where did I hear you off? Did you hear me say Marco Island?
I didn't hear in the Marco Island.
Okay, well anyway, when I lived in Naples, Florida, there's this vortex there. How in Sedona, Arizona, there's vortexes? Well, in Naples, Florida, they have, in Marco Island, which is south of Naples, Florida, there's a vortex there that I found. And when I stand on it, it's very soothing, calming that you want to sleep on it because it feels really good. But anyway, I asked him, before I even came up to his place, I lived in Naples, I asked him, would it be possible to move this vortex where I am currently living in Naples? And through Skype, he said yes. And then, and then all of a sudden, he said, it's already done. And so I'm like, no way. So I walked outside, I walked around, then I started to feel this energy, like kind of like a swirling effect, or I could feel it. I could feel this vibration by walking on it. And sure enough, it was there. It was pretty strong, actually, that I had to move it back. But he moved the vortex. That was really amazing. It's really amazing to know that these things could actually be done, like transferring vortexes from one location to the other. That's really something else, to be honest with you. I don't know if.
So he moved it from where to where?
From one part of the city to another part of the city. From Marco Island to Naples, Florida. He moved it.
Wow.
A portal, vortex, where you could use it for like healing or etc., whatever you want to use it for.
Uh-huh.
So that's like I was amazed. No one else could do that I know of from this planet.
Wow. It is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if your listeners are energy sensitive, but like to me that's really big in my books.
Well, not all of them are real sensitive to it, but they all seem to understand when you talk about it.
Okay.
We're not all as sensitized as you are, Alex.
Oh no, I wasn't either. I had to learn mine from the ground up. But we work on symbols sometimes too, and I know I do draw symbols, and he has helped me with some symbols that needed to be updated. And so it's fascinating working with someone from the future.
Well, Alex, could you draw the symbols that represent his language?
Well, I remember I helped him on the computer, so he tells me what to draw. Like, where's this flag that I made for him, and he gave me like where to place them on the computer screen, and I could help him with that in that manner. But I have my own intuition where I draw my own stuff, but his is probably far more different than mine. So
but he could direct you as to how to draw this symbol.
Yeah, definitely. And we did one of those with his flag. If you see on his YouTube channel, there's this flag that waves, or it stays still. It stays
YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. He has a channel on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Just Google, just YouTube search Captain Max Steel, and then you'll see his channel. It's like a pink background, and it has like some planets, or it's a basic symbol, but when you look at it, you could actually feel relaxed. It's very positive too when you stare at it, just by staring at it. Yeah.
I had a question and it flew right out of my mind.
Capt, try to find it in the air somewhere.
I hate when that happens.
It'll come to you when you don't think about it.
Right. When you're not around that I can ask. Oh, geez.
But yeah, there's a lot of things that I experience in the house too. I think when Max takes his vacation for 4 hours.
Where I go above on the ship.
Yeah, he goes on the ship for hours.
For 4 hours?
Yeah.
I don't
for 4
consider
hours,
that a
it's
vacation.
a 1 year vacation for him.
Oh, jeez.
That's a time ratio.
Oh yeah, time. I forget time.
Yeah, time is different where he's from. So then the other guy comes down. This other guy beams down and he goes up, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Where am I?" I go, he goes, "You're back on Earth." I go, "What's wrong?" He goes, "Don't you like being back on your home?" He goes, "No, I'd rather be back on the ship." He's
I
like,
can't find him there.
he says, I have all the cable television shows up there in the ship, and I don't pay for them like he does down here. It's really interesting to see the people would probably freak out if they can't feel the energy shifting or the transference of the spirits or souls from one place to the other. But to me, I like different things. I could feel stuff that's how I validate things, and it's really interesting to see how the other person of the original body responds by being back on Earth. I mean, he started to drink the orange juice in the refrigerator because I guess he missed the orange juice from the refrigerator, or he needed that experience of that drinking that orange juice, because up there they have something called a replicator, and they could have any food they want based on their experience. So if they have like all their meals are being replicated by the thoughts or by their experience as they experienced it on Earth. And so he talks about that on the ship, and sometimes he says that other ships up there in space can't even see them, but they feel something, but they don't know what it is, because he's up there and he sees things. He sees Earth from a space point of view because he's up there on the ship all the time, and I find all that interesting.
Yeah. So Max, they've got this thing going around that the Earth is flat. What do you have to say to that one?
Well,
I know, that's what I did, laughing.
It's really stupid what they're coming up with.
Yes.
If you're down in the ground like we are now, and you don't live in the mountains, of course it's flat, you know. But and if you're in the mountains, you know, you got the mountains in front of you, you're up high, and some areas are flat, some are higher because you got hills and stuff like that. But these people are, they need to have their self checked out by a doctor.
I have to agree with you 100%.
Flat. Well,
they're entitled to their own opinions, but don't try to force that crap down my throat.
Absolutely. I wanted to answer a question that was asked to me last week.
Okay.
About the Black Knight satellites.
Oh, yeah, we wanted to do that. Thank you, Max. Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to clear that up. At the moment that the question was asked, I asked my ship right away, because they're listening to the show here. At the moment, I got an answer of no. Okay, and then I tune into the energy of that craft, because my ship found the energy of that craft. Now that craft has not been, I don't know where they're getting that ship has been around for 13,000 years, to monitor the Earth. Okay. Now at the beginning, the first time that ship was actually, seen was in the early the late 50s to the early 60s. Mm-hmm. And I don't know where they're getting that 13,000. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't believe that's true about the 13,000. My people were able to find the frequency of that craft by going into the last time that ship showed itself. Mm-hmm. And I was able to travel into that time and was able to look inside the craft. In the late 50s and early 60s, they did have, not humanoid, but there were some type of a robotic that was inside that craft. Uh-huh. And I was able to see inside the craft how it was working and what it was doing there. And I saw that this ship was mapping the Earth from the outside. It mapped the Earth as a circle. And there were, I'm sorry about my dog there. Baby, come here. Baby. Come here, girl. Just calm down. I want you japping away. The squares there were thousands of squares around that image of the planet Earth, and each square was a part of a country all over the universe, all over the planet Earth, and it was monitoring those squares. And those squares, every time it monitor a country, it would change colors, and a frequency would change, and that square would disappear. And I saw the square going into some kind of computer that they have and store the information there. And then when all the squares disappear in that circle that represented a country, all the squares disappear, a new circle will appear, and new squares will appear. And then the circle will turn counterclockwise into another position that will read the Earth. Now, I found out where that craft came from. That craft came up from the Butte constellation, very near the Arcturians. That ship came from there. It's not a negative ship. It's just monitoring different things for the future. It's monitoring the behavior of the human species, the behavior of each country, the good and the bad, and they're studying why these behaviors between the same species on the Earth, and that's what they're trying to do, monitor. But that ship has not been on Earth for over 13,000 years, and that ship does not appear all the time. It's not out there all the time. It comes and goes. Every 17 months it appears, and it will appear again in about 4 months.
Wow. Hey, Planet X, I heard, is on its way back. Are you going to protect us from whatever that is?
It's not gonna hurt the planet. Okay. If we have to put the Earth inside our craft again, we'll do it. And we'll be able to move your planet to another place where it's safe. We will have to do that, and we will do it. Okay, but for now, don't worry about anything. Don't be in fear. All we want you to be in the figure of V. The V is love. That's all we want you to be in the love energy. And remove fear and ego from your minds. As soon as you do that, you have nothing to worry about. You will be creators like the creators that we have around us.
Thank you so much, Max, for coming on the show again and answering all these questions. And thank you, Alex, for coming and sharing what you shared. And Alex, I understand Colleen and Nancy would like you on their show too. Is that right, what I'm understanding, Colleen?
Okay, sure.
Yes, because I know earlier in the show Max had mentioned bringing in the love of his life.
Oh, yes.
Zila.
So we can replace Alex with Zila.
Well, and Alex, if Max had more information that he wanted to share, then yes, he's welcome to come on to Say What with myself and Nancy.
You want to do that, Max?
Sure.
Okay. Well, we'll close this call, and I'll be calling you back. Well, as soon as Dolly's done, we'll close this call.
Okay.
And I'll be calling you back.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is close my portion now. I want to thank you again very much, Max and Alex. Thank you so much. Thank you, listeners, for participating. Thank you for all your questions. I'm sorry, Joyce, but Jesus is going to have to wait till another day. That's a whole nother show or 2 or 3 or 4. And so I guess that's it. I'm just exhausted. My mind is blown as much as it can handle today. So thank you all. Love you. And next week, I forgot what I'm having next week. But
Yvonne.
Oh, is Yvonne coming next? Yes. Yvonne's coming next week. Thank you for reminding me. So, next week, same time, same place. Love you all and bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Love you, Dolly. Love you all.